Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Alan Shearer expresses his concerns about Marcus Rashford's attitude. Newcastle legend Alan Shearer has relayed his concerns about Marcus Rashford's attitude and his lack of interest during Manchester United matches. Rashford started on the right wing against Luton Town at Old Trafford. United won by a single goal courtesy of Victor Lindelof, who found the back of the net just before the hour mark. From the right flank, Rashford arguably offered much more than Antony has all season. The English forward had chances to score, but he could not make one of the opportunities provided to him stick. So far this term, Rashford has only managed one goal across all competitions for United when he found the back of the net against Arsenal in September. Last term, he became the first United player in exactly a decade to score 30 goals in a single campaign, but he has struggled in front of goal this season. Eric has repeatedly backed the player and expressed confidence that he will soon start firing and regularly get back on the score sheet. Sherer spoke on a Premier League productions via Manchester Evening News and weighed in on Rashford's current predicament. The former striker said, "I think the simple answer is we don't know, because we are not within the football club, but what we are looking at is someone who clearly looks very unhappy. He looks moody, and when that's the case, you are never going to perform at your best. Whether he feels he is better than what is at Old Trafford at this moment in time, I don't know. Whether he feels let down by recruitment because he went to another level in terms of his goals last year. The club haven't gone to it this season, which maybe he wanted or expected to. You are not seeing a happy footballer. You are not seeing a happy person at this moment in time in Marcus Rashford. He looks a different player for England than he does for United." Alejandro Garnacho receives bad news from Argentina boss Lionel Scaloni. Manchester United youngster Alejandro Garnacho has failed to make the latest Argentina international squad. Alejandro Garnacho has missed out this time on a place in the Argentina squad for the latest round of World Cup qualifiers. Argentina newspaper Ole report former Manchester United winger Angel Di Maria is preferred, while Paulo Dybala has also returned from injury. Garnacho was part of the Argentina squad for their games in September and October. This time, he misses out from Leonel Scaloni's selection. Alejandro Garnacho has played more regularly for Manchester United over the past fortnight than at any point this season, being selected to start the last three consecutive games against Fulham, Copenhagen and Luton. What he has not managed to do is score, and his tally for the season stands at one goal, netted in the Carabao Cup win over Crystal Palace at the end of September. Garnacho has 3 caps for Argentina in total, all coming as a substitute, and this was the figure needed to lock the youngster in, ensuring he cannot change his mind and switch allegiance at a later date. The 19-year-old will get opportunities for his country in the future, but it's not a bad thing to miss out and be reminded he is not an automatic selection. He must continue to earn his opportunities. This also gives the teenager a little rest at a key point in the season. That's not a bad thing for Garnacho or Manchester United. Argentina are taking this international break very seriously, with key qualifying games against Uruguay and then Brazil. Eric chose Andre Onana over Emiliano Martinez as David de Gea's successor. Manchester United are slowly climbing back up the Premier League table after securing their second successive 1-0 victory this Saturday against Luton Town. While the forwards keep fluffing their lines, the back line has held firm despite a barrage of injuries, and one player who has proved key behind the recent upturn in form is goalkeeper Andre Onana. The Cameroonian was heavily criticized during the start of his United United career after a string of high-profile errors both in the league and the Champions League. There were calls to drop him down to the bench, with plenty of jibes aimed at manager Erik ten Hag for choosing to bring the 27-year-old to Old Trafford in place of former long-time goalie David de Gea. The Independent, via Team Talk, have now revealed that United Chiefs had initially wanted World Cup winning shot stopper Emiliano Martinez to come in and replace De Gea, but Ten Hag overruled them in favor of the former Ajax star. Victor Lindelof explains next step for Manchester United after Luton win. Victor Lindelof has detailed what Manchester United can do to take the next step after their win over Luton Town at Old Trafford. Manchester United wilted at times and looked to be out of ideas, but Victor Lindelof's riffled finish into the top corner sparred the Red Devils' blushes. Erik ten Hag's side had chances to kill the game off, but struggled to find the back of the net, which has been a constant issue throughout the season. Despite United being in 6th place in the Premier League, they have a 3-goal difference in minus, and they are the only side in the top half of the division to have a minus goal difference. Speaking to MUTV after the game, the Swedish defender detailed how the Red Devils can take that next step in the league and improve. He said, "We want to score more goals, and that's the next step for us. Right now, the most important thing is the 3-point and the result, but after that, we have to keep going, keep working and building, and hopefully we can score goals, close the game, and not make it difficult for ourselves, but it's step by step." The Red Devils have won 7 games in the Premier League this season, but all of these wins in the league have been by a 1-goal margin. Ten Hag's side simply have to improve, otherwise they will struggle to break into the top 4. Their forwards have not been responsible for enough goals this season, with Marcus Rashford remaining the only forward to have netted in the league. Rasmus Højlund has netted 5 times in the Champions League, but the Danish forward, who suffered an injury during the win over Luton, has failed to register a goal in the Premier League. Erik ten Hag explains why he dropped Man United star amid transfer uncertainty. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has attempted to explain why Rafael Varan is not in his starting lineup at the moment amid recent transfer rumors that the France international could make a move to Saudi Arabia. Varan has somewhat surprisingly fallen out of favor at Man United at the moment, but Ten Hag didn't give too much away as he was asked about the former Real Madrid man's situation, simply stating that he was happy with the current partnership of Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans at the back. One imagines a player of Varan's caliber won't be too happy to sit on the bench for much longer, so it will be interesting to see how this saga develops, especially as Faouzi Romano has discussed interest from Saudi Pro League clubs in the summer, whilst also writing in his exclusive daily briefing column that he feels the 30-year-old deserves to be playing more. When asked if there was an issue between himself and Varan, Ten Hag said, as quoted by the Metro, "Absolutely not. As I said, it's about tactical reasons why I chose these partnerships. I think Harry and Johnny did well. What I said last year, Harry didn't play a lot, so I was very happy with Rafa's performances. I have always been happy with his performance, but in this moment, Harry is playing very well and there is internal competition." Faouzi Romano sheds light on impressive Erik ten Hag's stat amid criticism. Faouzi Romano has revealed an impressive statistic regarding Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag's performance that could be enough to silence his critics. With Man United winning just 7 of their first 12 Premier League matches and only 1 of 4 UEFA Champions League group stage games, doubt has been creeping in about whether or not Ten Hag is the right manager to take the club forward. Despite Ten Hag's impressive first season with the club, which culminated with a League Cup triumph and a third-place Premier League finish, United have struggled to find consistency during the current campaign. While able to secure a narrow 1-0 victory over Luton Town on the weekend, Ten Hag's men were clearly lacking firepower up front, the same problem they exhibited in a 1-0 win over Fulham the previous week. Adding to Ten Hag's troubles on the pitch are the club's mounting injury concerns, with both Rasmus Højlund and Christian Eriksen being forced off the pitch during the Luton win due to injury setbacks. If that wasn't troublesome enough, the Dutch manager has already faced a tirade of locker room disputes this season. The Jadon Sancho fallout saga continues to linger on, with the player expected to leave the club after being exiled from the first team. Antony was also omitted from the United squad temporarily due to his own personal disputes and has since struggled to find form. If that wasn't enough drama, reports have recently emerged of tension between Ten Hag and Varan, stemming from the manager's decision to continue playing the likes of Maguire and Evans at Varane's expense. With everything happening both on and off the pitch, Ten Hag's life at Old Trafford has been far from simple. Still, as Romano revealed in his daily briefing, Ten Hag has actually performed impressively since arriving at United last year. In his first 50 Premier League matches in charge, Ten Hag has earned 96 points, outperforming both Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp and Arsenal's Mikel Arteta when they were at the same stage in their respective tenures. Of those first 50 league matches, Ten Hag has won 30, more than any other manager in United's history. David Ornstein details Sir Jim Ratcliffe's intended changes at Man United with deal close to finalising. The start of the new dawn could be upon Manchester United, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe's offer to buy 25% of the club will be ratified soon. David Ornstein reports that the Glazers will finalize the 25% sale soon, with an announcement for the New York Stock Exchange expected next week. United are a publicly traded entity, so any major changes in ownership need to be announced to the investors. Ornstein told NBC Sports that said that along with this change, some staffing overhauls are expected at the club in the near future. Paul Mitchell has long been seen as Sir Jim Ratcliffe's leading candidate to take over the sporting director role, and Ornstein says the same. However, he added Friedman as another potential name to watch out for. Friedman is a well-respected figure in the football industry and holds the director of football position at Crystal Palace currently. Apart from the sporting director, Richard Arnold could also be shown the exit door, with highly rated executive Jean-Claude Blanc expected to take over the reins as the CEO. Blanc's work with Juventus and PSG led him to becoming a chief figure at Ineos Sports, so he becomes a natural candidate for United's CEO post. Amid all the change, however, Erik Ten Hag's job remains secure. After the nervy win over Luton Town, United are unbelievably the most informed side in the Premier League right now, despite a barrage of injuries. The manager is expected to be given time and trust as he seeks to take his team through their current injury-ridden rough patch. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's deal also sees him getting sporting control of the club, something which will be very welcomed by the fans who have been left exasperated by the Glazers' incompetence in that regard. A new era at Old Trafford is taking shape after nearly 20 years of Glazers' apathy, and the announcement next week is the first step towards it. Manchester United in pole position to sign Gonzalo Inao. Man United are slowly picking up form in the Premier League, picking up their second 1-0 victory on the trot, this time against Luton. But manager Erik Ten Hag is still sweating over an ever-rising injury list, which got swallowed by two with Christian Eriksen and Højlund adding to it. The defense has been the worst affected, with recent reports confirming Johnny Evans is set to be out for a few weeks, adding to the losses of Luke Shaw, Malacia, and Lisandro Martinez. Rafael Varan has continued to be injury prone, which has added to the Dutchman's woes, and it's pretty evident that the Old Trafford outfit need to recruit smartly in January. Multiple defenders have been linked with a move to the Theatre of Dreams during the winter, with Gonzalo Inacio's name once again doing the rounds recently. His profile is very interesting and attractive for Ten Hag, as he is left-footed and can provide adequate cover for Martinez, with United currently without a left-footed defender. Initially, it seemed the Sporting Lisbon star would be off the market, but now it seems the Portuguese is back on the radar, with numerous other clubs also tracking him. While Liverpool were set to be ahead in the race, the status quo seems to have changed as per as, who mention United as being in pole position among Premier League outfits. United are the first option should the 22-year-old decide to move to the Premier League ahead of the Merseyside outfit, who have extensively scouted him. Real Madrid are also in the race and are reportedly prepared to match his 60 million euros release clause, with United also very interested and could prove to be a great rival in the race for Inacio. Last season, the centre-back made 52 appearances and scored 4 times while assisting 3 more, and helped his club keep 21 clean sheets in all competitions. In the current campaign, the Portugal international has made 16 appearances and helped keep 4 clean sheets, and his future is set to lie away from Lisbon, with a move on the horizon as early as January. Inacio is the perfect stylistic fit for Ten Hag, but whether United can cough up the release clause in January remains to be seen. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.